Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is me, Inam and I will start IELTS speaking questions. These are some short questions and we will briefly study these questions, like how the examiner might ask you in IELTS speaking part 1. As you know, you need to prepare a lots of different questions, and I have written some sort of question on the whiteboard as well, like some topics like hobbies, like going outside, birthday, but you also need to prepare some different questions that are very much relevant to you and to your day-to-day life. So let's have a look at some common questions for IELTS speaking part 1. Some common questions that I related to the daily life. The first topic is cooking. So now you can see a list of questions here. That list of questions are: how often do you cook? How usually does the cooking in your home? Where did you learn to cook? How long you have been cooking? What kind of dishes you have cooked? Okay, so in these questions you will see one word that is completely and entirely different. What you see is that each question like how often, who, where, how long and what. These are the questions that are very much important, that you have to understand and you have to focus on these questions. These questions are starting with some questionable question word, that is how, who, where, how long and what. These are questionable words that are starting from these words. These words are very much important. So for example, first example is how often do you cook? How often do you cook? This is looking at a frequency, so the number of times you cook in a week or in a month. Second example is who usually does the cooking in your home? Who usually does the cooking in your home? Who usually does the cooking is referring to the person, either you or someone else in your family, or maybe someone else. The third question is, where did you learn to cook? Where did you learn to cook? So this refers to a place, like where did you learn cooking? So moving towards the fourth question, that is like how you learn cooking, how long you have been cooking, from how many days, since from childhood, how long you have been cooking. That is very much common question, and I have been cooking, like you can say, like I have been cooking from 6 years, and also you can say that I have started cooking since I was a kid. Okay, what the last question from this section is, what kind of dishes do you cook? This is also a very common question. For example, do you like spicy dishes, chicken dishes, or what kind of? So these questions are very important, and these are very much important as well as referring to our daily life as well. So this is about the speaking IELTS part 1 common question about cooking session. So moving towards our second part, that is, can you cook? Do you like cooking? What's your favorite dish? Do you prefer eating at home or eating outside? Do you usually cook for yourself? What do you usually cook? Do you ever order food delivery? Have you ever eaten foreign food? These are some short questions. So we will discuss these questions in this lecture, like can you cook? So what this question means, basically we have to focus on the question, can you cook? So which is, can you cook? It is a very common question, like it is about like, can you swim? Can you cook? And you need to answer like, yes I can, no I can't, and you can also add some sort of information like how you learn cooking and all. The second question is, do you like cooking? Do you like? Okay, what does it mean, like, do you like cooking? So moving towards this question, it's about like, do you enjoy, like when you cook, do you like cooking? So it's about enjoyment. Like you will explain the word enjoyment, like do you like cooking or not? What is your favorite dish? What is your favorite dish? So this will refer to like a question like, what's your favorite book? What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite newspaper? So like this, and again you need to express like the dish you most that is very much favorite to you, and another one that is prefer, like do you prefer eating at home or eating outside? This is all about preferring, like preferring this or preferring this. Like, do you prefer eating at home, like home inside your home, or outside? You need to choose and explain your preference. Either you will be in home or either you will be outside. We will also like look like, do you usually cook by yourself? Like, can you cook by yourself? So this is about a common habits. Like what do you frequently, like do you usually cook? That is, and you need to answer yes or no. Again, you have to add some sort of information with that as well. What do you usually cook? Like, what do you usually cook? What this means basically, this is about a dish. For example, I often cook Chinese food. Like, I often cook vegetarian dishes. And the next and the most important is, like, do you ever order food delivery? Like, what sort of food delivery? Like, so this is in a present tense. You have to focus on the present, past and future tense. And you have to answer that accordingly as well. Do you ever order food delivery? And you need to say yes or no. And also you can add some sort of information with that as well. Like, have you ever eaten foreign food? Our last question, that is, have you ever eaten foreign food? What, like foreign food, like Chinese, like Japanese, or like that. So with this question, you can also, like, this is about the past, this is referring to a past tense. So you can say yes or no, but you can also add some sort of information with this as well. So these are some short questions about, these are some sort of short and very common questions about IELTS speaking part 1, and this will refer to like, I will say some sort of other questions like, did you ever cook when you were a kid, when you was a child, or why do some people dislike cooking? This is about the past tense as well. So we will say like you have to, previously I have said that you have to focus on the tenses, like past tense, present tense, future tense, and then you have to answer it accordingly. So we have done a small exercise about speaking IELTS part 1, and we have studied the topic, that is cooking. So thank you so much, and we will catch you later in the next video. Thank you so much.